Hello guys, welcome to another video. So in today's tutorial, we're going to introduce meta segment NED model. And so the version 3 just came out. So you can see that. So this is a model that you can use text and visual prompts to precisely identify, segment, and follow any object in images or videos. So you can see all these different objects in the video are identified and segmented. And if you want to try it out, so there's a link here. So try the playground. You can go to this link and try out the samples here. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to run it by yourself on Kaggle. So that being said, let's get started. So if you go to Facebook, the SAM3 repo, so you can see the repo. So you can basically see this repo is providing code for running interface and fine-tune with the meta segment NED model 3, SAM3. So if you want to try out the samples here, they do provide good examples. So there's a few notebooks you can try here. So, but there's issues in these notebooks we're going to talk about in this video. So you can run that on Kaggle notebooks. So first, there are dependency requirements. So first you have to have a Python 3.12 or higher, a PyTorch 2.7 or higher, and CUDA compatible GPU. So, and if you follow everything they talk about in the README, if you set up everything on local, it might work. So on Kaggle, there's something are different. So we're gonna talk about the fixes and updates so we can run that on Kaggle. So that being said, let's go to Kaggle. So create a notebook, for example, called FB-SAM3. First, you have to install Python 3.12 because Kaggle by default for now is 3.11 using the latest kernel. So if you want to run the SAM3, you want to install Python 3.12. So first, you need to install Conda, and that could be the easiest way. UV or other virtual environment might not work perfectly. So Mini Conda probably is the easy way to do it. So this notebook is just using Conda to do the demo. So first you have to create a directory to download Conda 3, and then also make sure you run this command to install Mini Conda. Then after that, just follow everything to initiate Conda environment. Also, you do need to accept the terms and services. So make sure you run these two commands to accept the terms of service. And after that, you create an environment, virtual environment to install Conda with Python 3.12 and make sure the installed virtual environment has the Python 3.12. So, and after that, the Conda setup is ready to go. Then the next, you have to install the Python 3.12 and map it to the system environment. So for example, you need to map the Python 3 in this virtual environment to the system Python 3, also 3.10, 3.11, and also local bin, and also make sure that you map this configuration as well. So that should be it. Then if you want to map pip, just make sure you also map the 3.12 pip to the system pip. So that should be it. But this might not be required. Just do that for best practice. And then you do need to install the add the path. So for this virtual environment to the system path, then make sure also you do this system path append the set packages. So all these dependencies will be installed to the virtual environment set packages. So that's the pre-requirement if you want to use Python 3.12 for Kaggle notebook. So, and after that, make sure you run the pip install. So for the Torch 2.7, you can use the CUDA 12.6 index. So, or you can use other index, but I think 12.6 works. Then after that, you can start working with the Facebook research SAM3 repo. So just do a git clone and make sure you do this dependency installs. So this pip install. So this will install all the dependencies. And after that, you can check if you have installed notebooks or train.dev. If you have not, just run pip install everything, notebooks and train and dev. And then all the dependencies are installed, then you can start to running the notebooks. So first, you have to run a matplotlib widget. So they documented this command. So if you look at the notebooks examples for the SAM3, they do have this command, but if you run it in Kaggle, you do need to run this command as well. So the matplotlib inline. So make sure you run this command as well. So after that, you can follow the notebook on the examples. For example, if you want to run the image segment, then you might want to run the image predictor example. If you want to run the video example, just run the video predictor example. So let's take a look at the image predictor example. So everything I run in the Kaggle is also copied from here. You can see that if you use collab, you might want to run this, but when you use Kaggle, we did not run this. So because we already run pip install, so this is skipped. Then just run everything from this cell to this cell. You can copy everything. And so one thing you want to fix is this. So this model builder. So the reason is that, so the default model they're using is for the Facebook SAM3, but you need to fill out everything. So there's a little bit extra step in here. So if you want to skip this extra step, you can also use the diffusion wave. So this forked REPL. So they do have a forked REPL for SAM3. And so to replace it in this model builder file, so you can just run it. So you don't have to figure out or fill out all these different forms. So, but this is one thing. If you want to use the forked REPL, if you want to use the official one from Facebook, just fill out the forms and submit. And you probably also need to log in. So because you do need to log into Hugging Face to run the download this model. So that's it. Then you can run the rest of the code to run this image segment or image object detection. So this is for the image predictor. So then this everything is following the example prompt, example notebook. And you can see that when you actually enter a prompt, so I want to identify the shoes in the image. So you can see that the prompt is shoe. So then you can see that all the shoes are identified in this image. And if you want to identify a object, let's say for example you want to identify a different object in this image, you can specify the visual identification that you want to capture. So as you can see in this official announcement, so you can use text and the visual prompts. So the shoe is a text prompt. For the visual prompt, this is the visual prompt. So basically you can mark the object by the box. So it's a box input, right? So X, Y, width and height, this center X and center Y and vision height. So basically you can just identify the object with a visual prompt. So so this is a box input. So that's how you actually identify this object. And also if you want to identify more object, instead of one object, you can also say, okay, I want to identify all this object here. So you can basically give a prompt, then you have all this object identified. And if you want to identify a certain object, you can also put into array of this box input. You can see basically it's a different inbox input. It's an array instead of one input. So you can see there's two objects identified. So, and if you want to run the visual predictor, so you also might want to change this GPU to use to 1, because you can see that there are 2 GPUs if you want to use T4. actually they only support T4. So make sure in the accelerator you choose GPU T4, not the P100. So GPU T4 works because that supports the GPU T4. So make sure this one GPU to use, just use the current device. So it's one GPU, the two GPUs might have problems. So just keep that in mind. Then you can start run the rest of the notebook. There's one issue with the memory. So there's a limitation on Kaggle notebook. So for the hardware, so make sure you use the subset of the images, not all the images, because that's too many images. So for example, for the 0001, this image set, you can just pick a subset of the images, move to a different folder, and then read the video from this subfolder you created. If you have a bigger revamp on your local machine, just feel free to do the original images folder. But for this Kaggle notebook testing, just use the subfolder. So that should work. And after that, everything should be from the notebook official samples. So you can see there's 10 images are loaded, and also so you can see everything is being identified. So this is basically a one image. So frame index is 0. So we have 10 frames, but this is just one frame. So you can see one frame has been identified. And also, if you want to check out all the frames, you can just run all the frames like that. But in the notebook, I think they actually output only one frame. You can see it has been run for 10 frames. So, and that being said, this is how you test the examples of SAM3 from the official Facebook GitHub repo. So hopefully this is helpful. And if you do like this video, please subscribe, like, or comment if you have any questions. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and see you in the next one.